This is rotten, putrid, fermented shrimp paste, and it's one of the worst rated foods in all of Vietnam.
This country is full of delicious dishes, but today I'm hunting down the worst of the worst.
Shall we give it a shot? No!
On a mission to learn whether these foods are misunderstood or if they're really just plain awful.
One of the worst rated foods in Vietnam is this right here.
We've come here to Ba Chin restaurant for our first challenging dish, nem chua, or raw pork sausage.
That doesn't sound safe.
This dish, along with two others we'll be trying later, are heavy hitters on Taste Atlas's list of the worst foods of Vietnam. And we're on a mission to find out if this food guide is actually accurate.
We have another food that we're gonna try first.
It's like a Vietnamese hot dog.
As an introduction to the worst foods of Vietnam, we have Taste Atlas's 42nd lowest rated. This is nem nung. Like the upcoming nem chua, this is also a pork sausage, except it's thoroughly cooked.
That sounds delicious.
It's made by finely mincing pork along with garlic, sugar, fish sauce, and spices. The mixture is shaped into sausages and grilled until slightly charred. Here, it's eaten with some leaves, herbs, pickled veggies, and ban hoi.
The noodle that's been shaped like a web.
This is the nem nung right here. It looks juicy.
Let's give it a wrap here. Let's give it a little dunkaroony in this beautiful peanut sauce. Peanut sauce. Funny.
That is delicious.
I love Vietnamese food because of the freshness, the texture. You get a whole bevy of vegetables and herbs on a plate.
Crisp lettuce, aromatic herbs, crunchy daikon and carrot, but the star of the show is that juicy pork in the middle.
That grilled pork was delicious. But what about nem chua? The raw pork sausage ranked the 11th worst food of Vietnam. Personally, I'm worried the raw pork could contain parasites like roundworms or tapeworms.
There are 5 countries that this is illegal in. America, Canada, Japan, Australia.
Well, that's 4.
That's why regulations in the USA require pork to be cooked to at least 145 degrees. So how do you eat this without dying? To learn more, we're heading inside the Nem Chua factory to meet Mr. Hung.
What is nem chua?
He's the guy running things around here, and he has been for over 5 decades.
Từ thịt heo.
Nam chua is a fermented pork sausage.
Pork thigh is cut into small pieces while the excess fat is trimmed away. Then it goes through a grinder with the company of garlic. This minced raw pork now goes into a pounding machine.
Then you're gonna pound his meat. You're gonna pound your meat. You're gonna pound the meat.
As the pork is pounded, they add flavoring agents.
Salt, sugar, MSG, garlic.
Mật ong.
Oh, thank you. You're gonna pound it so that it is smooth, stringy. You want it to be super, super fine.
After being beaten and seasoned, the pork loop gets mixed with shredded pork skin to create a bouncy texture. From here, no further ingredients are added and no heat is applied.
The question is, this is still raw, son.
Right. Why is it safe to eat this pork that's raw?
Thịt sống mình lên men.
Now, they cut the pork mixture down to small pieces, package it, and let it ferment at room temperature for 3 days.
The lore has it that a woman once put raw pork into the cupboard, left it for 3 days, she forgot about it. She came back, she ate it, she said, wow, that is so good.
This lady sounds unhinged.
The fermentation process develops lactic acid bacteria, a healthy bacteria, while at the same time, salt dries out the meat. This creates an environment so acidic and hostile to pathogens that they steer clear. At least that's what we're hoping.
How can we convince people, no matter where they're from, that this is safe and delicious to eat?
The one reason that he wants the world to know of why to eat nem chua, he says that's the dish that starts off a great night of drinking.
Nem chua.
Now listen, salami is also a sausage that's been cured. So in that sense, this is nothing more than a wet salami.
From here, I guess we're gonna unwrap it and see how it tastes. Here's the moment. This is our first low-rated food of the day. Calvin, let's give it a shot and see what we actually think. Here we go. Cheers.
But before that bite, a quick word from the sponsor of this video, Surfshark.
Let me take you to a bustling market in Chile. I was there. I was trying to upload some crucial footage, but the internet at the hotel was painfully slow. That's when my VPN came to the rescue. I connected to a local cafe's Wi-Fi and was able to upload everything swiftly and securely. This is the power of Surfshark. Public Wi-Fi networks like those in cafes are pretty convenient but risky. Hackers can easily intercept your data, steal personal information, or install malware. Surfshark VPN encrypts your internet traffic and hides hides your IP address, ensuring your online activities remain private and secure. Surfshark is not just a tool that you need when you're traveling, but it's a liberating companion even when you're at home. For example, I wanted to watch my favorite show on Netflix, but it was blocked in Vietnam. With Surfshark, I effortlessly switched my virtual location to the USA. Then I had instant access, feeling empowered and unrestricted. So what about accessing my bank account on public Wi-Fi? Usually, that would be a pretty risky move, but with Surfshark, it was safe and straightforward. Surfshark VPN provides a shield of security, giving you the peace of mind and confidence to access sensitive information without fear. So whether you're at home or you're on the move, Surfshark is a must. It keeps you secure, lets you stream anything you want, and helps you find better deals online. To get started, use code BEFRS to get 4 extra months free. Check the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen. Now, back to the show. That's delicious. I think people who don't like this haven't actually tried it. I think they hate the idea of it. They're scared of it. Oh my Lord, that is so good.
That really is a great way to start any party. It's a great contrast between the sweetness of the pork, that wild honey, the black pepper, the garlic.
As soon as you walk into his factory, you're almost carried away by a waft of garlic aroma. It's enough garlic to vaporize a vampire.
There's no vampire behind it.
There's no vampire.
It got vaporized. I'm sold.
So aside from the flavor, it's also a texture sensation. It's this really bouncy meat experience. And you can actually feel the threads of the pork as they've settled into this little meat cube. Why do you think this is among one of the lowest rated foods in Vietnam?
I think just because, one, that really acidic flavor. But number two, there really isn't anything like this around the world.
So Calvin, this is stop 1, but we still have 2 more low rated foods to see today. Each location that we go to is gonna get more and more strange, ending with the most smelly food in all of Vietnam.
And we're gonna eat that.
We're gonna eat that a lot.
Next up, everyone's favorite dessert, Jello. Except in Vietnam, they make their Jello with pork.
It's quite possible you've never had this food before. In Vietnamese, it's called
Thịt đông. Thịt đông. 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 Đông means coagulized.
Can you tell me more about this dish?
Món truyền thống của
Meet Miss Uy, a former French restaurant accountant. She's now running 2 restaurants specializing in northern Vietnamese flavors.
Thịt đông is usually found in the northern region of Vietnam. It's usually served during holidays, birthdays, and weddings.
To make your perfect wedding day meat Jello, start by partially boiling pork hocks, ham hocks, ribs, and pork skin. Then rinse in cool water and cut everything into smaller chunks. Marinate the pork with a seasoning mixture of caramel sauce, pepper, fish sauce, oyster sauce, soy sauce, and other seasonings.
What do folks like about this food in Vietnam?
It smells nice. It tastes good. This is what they carry with them as heritage.
Heat up some oil and saute shallots for a fragrant base. Then add the seasoned pork and skin. Once the chef finishes stir-frying, you're gonna see how this pork becomes Jello. In a big pot, add the sauteed meat and skin. Fill it up with a flavorful pork bone broth and simmer for 3 hours. This not only deepens the flavor and tenderizes the meat, but it also extracts the key ingredient crucial for making Jello. That is, gelatin, that comes from the thick pork skin. As braising completes, add woodier mushrooms for some fun crunch, contrasting the tender pork. Place carrot slices into a bowl, then add in the pork and broth. Sprinkle with pepper and refrigerate for 2 hours, allowing it to set, suspending these pork bits in time and space. In Vietnam, pork jelly isn't just a fun way to make your meat jiggle, it's also a way to preserve the food, as gelatin insulates the pork from the air and bacteria.
I gotta get a closer look at it to understand. Oh, wow.
That's meat encapsulated inside a gelatin.
I feel nauseous a little bit, but not because of the food, just because of the concept. It's like when you realize that we're just a bunch of apes floating on this big planet in this huge solar system, and perhaps we have no purpose. And
Sonny, this is the food show.
right.
The classic pork jello is accompanied by warm rice and pickled mustard greens, but Calvin and I insist on going straight for the meat.
I hate to say it, Sonny, I'm not really looking forward to this.
I am skeptical.
There's so much pork in this. It's like the side of a pig in a spoon.
It's gigantic. Should we give it a shot?
No.
Okay.
Yes. It tastes like Campbell's soup. The meat is soft, it's braised really well, but the flavor is of soup. It is growing on you. It is very wholesome. It is very non-descriptive. I just don't think it's gonna be received with open arms to the Western world because it is just soup that's coagulated.
I'm gonna have to disagree. First of all, the flavor. It's savory, it's braised, it's soft. In the USA, we don't have a lot of cold meats like this. But you know where they love it? In London.
If you think pork in Jell-O is weird, in London, they fill their Jell-O with eels.
So I think if you're a culture that is accustomed to having cold meats, this could be your thing right here.
This, it's not growing on me. And I do appreciate the heritage behind this dish. It's just not my cup of tea.
Jell-O, it doesn't have to be sweet, but when you eat it like this, it's just gonna remind you of cold soup in the refrigerator. I think the secret to liking this, if you're not Vietnamese, is to be British.
It's finally time to face the final boss of Vietnam's worst foods. This is Bún Đào Mắm Tôm, ranked the 5th worst food of Vietnam. It features dodgy components like intestines and blood sausage. But it gets even more challenging to eat as they're sauced up with this. It's called mắm tôm, or fermented shrimp paste. This is straight up putrid, rotten shrimp. But before diving into this baffling meal, Calvin and I are visiting a wholesale seafood market to learn more about this purple condiment.
Calvin, this is what we've come here for today. It's something disturbing to most people. We should get our noses close to it just so we can smell every single note.
You should get your nose close to it.
Oh God, that just gave me asthma and cured it at the same time.
This is one of the most putrid smells I've ever encountered. What? It smells fantastic.
Miss Swin, the shrimp paste queen, makes this smelly sauce by mixing crushed shrimp with salt, then letting it sit and ferment for about 7 months.
Sonny, this is just rotten shrimp.
And people here love it.
Over time, bacteria and enzymes break down the shrimp, creating a condiment rich in probiotics, minerals, and a smell so strong the Vietnamese actually believe it scares away evil spirits.
What is it that Vietnamese folks love so much about this food?
Đặc trưng cái mùi.
Vietnamese people can travel all around the world, but the moment that they get that aroma, it brings them back to Vietnam. Woo! Briny,
Salty,
gritty,
umami,
flavor bomb.
Nagasaki in my mouth. The taste, it's like cheese. Sometimes the smell can be strong and off-putting, but when you put it in your mouth, you kind of like it.
Now, Sonny, we don't usually just pour it out of a barrel.
Nobody eats it that way. So from here, we're gonna head to the restaurant and we're gonna try this the way it's meant to be tried.
Leaving the market, we've come to Dien Hai Restaurant, a place well known for Bún Đào Mắm Tôm.
With fermented shrimp, there is a trick to make it more palatable.
1 heaping teaspoon of sugar. Next, the kumquat, the acid to this. Are you a 2 chili kind of guy or a 4 chili kind of guy?
1.
We're gonna cut those right into your bowl. Grab those chopsticks together, Sonny, and start twirling.
Oh, it's fizzing up, it's bubbling. There's a chemical reaction taking place inside of my bowl.
Nobody understands why this is happening. We don't know, is it the acid or is it the sugar or what actually is causing this froth? Give it a taste.
Whoa.
So much more palatable, sweet, spicy, acidic,
Still plenty of funk.
but delicious.
Surrounding the shrimp paste, we have a cast of fried delights waiting to take a pungent plunge. Here you'll find fresh tofu, crab cakes, spring rolls, pork ear sausage, blood sausage, cartilage sausage, green sticky rice patties, and pork rolls. All of that gets fried to crispy perfection. To go with this rich ensemble, fresh vermicelli noodles and slices of tender boiled pork shank. Assemble every component with herbs and cucumber.
This is so much fun to eat. You want to get the moon?
A pressed break of vermicelli noodles.
Fried tofu. Next, this is just like this morning's pork, fermented, but now they fry it up. Finally, this is the shank of the pork. I like to dip this into the shrimp paste and let that drizzle right on top. Take a 1 big bite.
With all that?
Yes!
Oh my God.
It's so delicious.
Wow. It is such a potent flavor. To me, this meal is like a high. It's like doing a line.
Of shrimp paste. This really is the epitome of all sauces. It goes well with that tofu, right? Really crispy outside, soft, beautiful tofu inside. And that sauce, it just coats everything.
I like it. What I love about these platters is it's just all these different flavors and textures that you can combine with this sauce.
Mix and match. It's really up to you.
You say you eat this about every week. What makes you crave this?
It's a mumtong. It's missing that hit. There's enough going on here that keeps me engaged into this dish. I love Buddha mumtong.
Why do you think this is such a low-rated food?
When you first had fermented anything in Asia, do you know that feeling of fear? But after living here for so many years and eating this, you understand, hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
I think that those who want to live life on the edge need to try this fermented shrimp paste.
Today we tried out 3 of the lowest rated foods in Vietnam. But I think what we learned in the end is that there's a lack of education and understanding around these foods.
I agree. I think food is an experience. And if you get a chance to eat like a local and experience what they experience, money cannot buy this happiness.
If you love Indian food, then you're gonna love our new channel, Best Ever Food India. Subscribe now for weekly videos showcasing the most unique street food from around the country.
I've never seen someone build a machine to just go at their meat day and night like this.
Look at how raw and red that meat is. Will you eat cucumber?
No. How many people have died eating this?
In his 52 years of doing this,
Under 1,000.
he assures me that no one, not a single person, has ever died from eating nam chua.
Even if it was 10, I would still risk it. Listen, I grew up in Minnesota in the Midwest. My mom hates when I say white trash.
Trashy white person?
Yeah, like we were trashy white people.
I got a question. I'm single. I don't have anybody. Can I find a wife I put a little bit here and behind the ears?
Boom, guys, that is the end of the video. We tried a bunch of Vietnam's lowest rated foods. Do you think we should try the same in other countries? How about the Philippines' lowest rated foods? How about North Korea? Do they have food?
They're living in famine.
What about Malaysia's worst rated foods? Let me know if we should do that as a concept in other countries. Otherwise, I want to say a huge thank you to Calvin for joining me today. Calvin is my dude, FKN Deliciousness, on Instagram, on YouTube, anywhere on the internet. Go look him up, follow him, subscribe, and follow his fun food adventures here in Vietnam and beyond. Otherwise, that is it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.
Peace!